Well, very soon, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy will meet with senators on Capitol Hill, and it comes after Zelenskyy met face-to-face with President Trump earlier today. He also attended the funeral of late Senator Lindsey Graham, someone he called, quote, a true friend to Ukraine. I want to bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Taurean Small. Taurean, what is Zelenskyy expected to talk to lawmakers about today?
Yeah, well, Liz, this is reportedly an open invitation to all 100 senators. While the details and specifics aren't necessarily known at this point, I got to point out the context surrounding this conversation and his visit is pretty important. This comes as this chamber is considering a bill that would levy sanctions on Russia and Russia's trading partners. That would specifically target places like China and India, any place that is keeping Russia's economy going as a consequence of this prolonged war Russia started with Ukraine. This is a crown jewel of Senator Lindsey Graham. He actually visited Volodymyr Zelenskyy in Kyiv just one day before his untimely passing when he made it back to the States. It's likely that that will be the focus of this conversations as bipartisan group of lawmakers look to move that legislation forward.
And Taurean, Lindsey Graham's sister Darlene will fill his seat. She's also running for a full 6-year term. The South Carolina primary is just, couple weeks away? We've seen her at her late brother's campaign events, but what more do we know about her?
Yeah, I mean, this is someone who hasn't really had a brush with politics outside of supporting her brother. And she has been quite faithful in propping up his campaign when he was on the trail. They talked about time and time again their very compelling family story after their parents passed away when she was a teenager. Graham, who at the time was in college, stepped up and adopted his sister, Darlene. So I think it was quite telling that she wanted to pay this favor back to him, and she said as much so during her appointment ceremony. I think the fact that she's throwing her hat in this race is indicative that she wants to meet the moment long term, not just for a temporary basis, and she has the support of President Trump. His endorsement has been consequential in pretty much every primary so far this cycle, so it's likely that she will secure that nomination. The question, though, is whether or not it changes the dynamic for the seat come November. While this was a comfortably red district, she is still a relative newcomer, and I think having the last name Graham helps, but she still has to spend the next couple of months reintroducing not just who she is, but who her brother was to those constituents in order to make the case that she's the solid person to fill the seat long term.
And I can imagine learning about Washington politics the way she's having to learn about it's like drinking from a fire hose. That's got to be quite the challenge. All right, Taurean Small, thanks so much. Always good to see you.